guys. We're taking the first two strikers. Lee, you can take that third one.
Okay, welcome to CCFN 81. We're playing today on
taking
Fools
the first
Road,
two strikers,
AAS
if you wanna grab the
V3.
third one.
Yeah,
Clans playing today are Specoe,
Yep.
Cog, Zulu X-Ray Delta, and Wheel of Squad. They're facing SVG, OMBD, Exacted, and TCD. I'm joined today by Erasmus, who obviously never heard me. We are live at the start. Flags in play today are going to be Village, Hill, North Village, Fob Papanov, Hilltop Encampment, Ammo Depot, and OP Fortress. I'm going to be sticking with the Russian team both rounds, and Erasmus will be on US when he gets back in. Are you still there, Erasmus? I'm sorry, I'm on the US team, not the Russian team. I've just found out Erasmus' PC has crashed, so he'll be rejoining me as soon as he can. So it looks like Russia are taking a standard BTR to Ammo Depot and the 30mm to Fob Papanov. The 30mm is already engaging. Is it a striker? Yeah, a striker that Cog are running.
Enemy lodge is driving to Papanov.
They've just called out a lodge driving to Papanov, which is only just happening. It's just passing their strike and at their BTR 30mm now. But OMBD are already all over the point. Already one of the strikers that Cog are running has gone down. BTR 30mm taking it out and doing hardly any damage received.
Okay, should we slow down at ammo? If we can.
Is Lee asking if he should slow them down at ammo if he can? Let's go take a look. So we've got Specoe moving up to face SVG on Hilltop.
Are we pushing?
TCD are also at Hilltop.
You got enemy moving from ammo to hilltop, I think.
We have taken position in hilltop, but there's enemies,
Roger.
we're gonna push them out.
Hopefully slow them down a bit coming your way.
Copy.
So right now we've got OMBD and Exacted heavily in control of FOB Papanov. With a hab built on the second floor.
30 mils on ammo.
Lee calling out the 30mm is on ammo, but it's not, it's just a standard BTR. The 30mm is up near their main still.
We should be capped here at North Village, couple seconds, guys. Do you guys want us to move to Papanov or stay at Village?
I see we will move to Papanov. You guys blocking hilltop?
Yes, we are secure. They're reinforcing from the south, but we have taken positions.
You got contacts south from. I don't think they're in the compound yet, but.
Alright. Alright, good.
Thank you.
Okay, BTR down on hilltop. On ammo. BTR down.
Say again?
So SVG and TCD moving up to try and take Hilltop from Spec OE, so it's 2 squads v1 right now. Zulu X-Ray Delta is still on Ammo Hill.
Yeah, hilltop's as secure as we can get it.
Oh, puddle stump going down to
Nice job.
FGL.
Wiped a few on the 7th side of hilltop. Okay, squad 4 is now taking Papanov from the east.
Yeah, we're gonna move from the south side.
So right now it's still Spec OE in control of Hilltop. Let's go take a look back at Papanov. Ten minutes into the game, 467 tickets for United States, 444 for the Russian forces.
We got enemy east south of hilltop. Okay,
Yeah,
squad
we're
1,
gonna
you
need
need
more
a lottery
persons
truck.
to cover all angles.
Squad 1 or 3, you will build a fob. My lottery is in the base now. We got enemies quite close to us here.
I don't have the manpower to set up a fob right now. To drop 2 people away, that's a bit too much now. So we're gonna ask me again in a minute and
Okay.
The kills are fairly close, but it is still early game. Does look like Cog and Wheel of Squad are having some trouble pushing into FOB Papanov. The 30mm man by Exacted, watching the approach.
We just lost our spawn and we're gonna press it hard now.
Yeah, we've got quite a few on this western side.
So we're gonna respawn hab and make our way west. We're gonna close the gap.
base, maybe for transport, I don't know.
Do you want to just put
If you can
fob in
drive
top?
it up, we're gonna need offensive fob.
Let me make it so I can see if
So,
they've got any
Get
fobs
it close to
down.
North Village and we'll take it from there.
Can you spawn in the base? You can take the lodgy with my man. And you can build this fob.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay, might have enemy coming in from the north on hilltop. North on hill. Northwest.
Yep, they call it. Lee called in the TCD SVG push from the north of
So we got a
Hilltop.
lodgy heading towards hilltop. Enemy lodgy. From north.
I am not sure of what the team composition is. I've not actually looked today. Josh taking down blast on my AK. And Frankie. Erasmus has just reconnected, but I'm just waiting for him to get moved into the channel on Discord so we can actually communicate.
Enemy BTRs driving to the base. To the Russian base.
Right, second time's the charm.
So far what you've missed is OMBD have got a fob up on Papanov and holding that from Wheel of Squad and Cog. Cog lost one of their strikers to the 30mm. Zulu X-Ray Delta and Specco are on Hilltop and having a bit of trouble off of TCD and SVG.
Alright, sounds good. Tickets are still very much even,
You guys doing
roughly
okay there?
20 or so in.
On hilltop.
Hilltop's a bit touch and go at the minute. Might have a fob, not sure.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
lodgy of ours is close by. For if we got a hilltop secure, we can drop ourselves a fob.
Lee just called out that there's possibly a fob close to
Can we get
Hilltop, but
100%
all I
on the
can see
Hilltop?
is rally
It's called
points.
one guy.
Yeah, it's obviously a common fob spot, so to suspect one isn't abnormal, I guess.
But they have been having a lot of trouble pushing in to take Hilltop. They're slowly getting in, but it's if they're going to get enough in soon.
So we got a US rush fronted by SpecOE and ZXD, and TCD and SVG. Some of SVG are trying to come in and retake in order to cap Papanov. Is that right?
Yeah, they're trying to take Hilltop so they can.
Okay.
If they take Hilltop, Papanov's a sure thing right now. They're heavily in control. But obviously they've got a fob there, so with OMBD and Exacted and some of SVG respawning here now.
Yeah, it's also worth noting ZXD save energy with the striker miles back southeast on the hill. He's got a good view of the east and southern sides.
This is interesting. It does look like they've used their fob to build a mortar emplacement. I'm just trying to confirm. Yes, there is a mortar emplacement, which they're using to hit into Papanov.
Okay, we now inside Papanov. Stop mortar, please.
What'd you say?
Obviously, it is
Lee,
a
would you be able to get a
oh double team
think
kill there
yeah,
by
or not?
Cog Rookie,
Okay.
killing two of his own
That means
squad.
that we are squad. Can you ask your driver to start moving the lodgy towards Hilltop?
Thing is, what? MBD,
Sorry?
yeah, they're talking in squad lead comms now. They're saying they're going to lose it.
Lodgy
They know
driver
it's sort of they
on
can't hold it
South
forever.
Wolf Village
Well,
that he
they've got
can
the fob
start
down, but
moving
they
towards
don't
Hilltop.
have a hab, do they?
Yeah, they've built
Okay,
it in the
start now.
second
He's
floor of
starting
the
now.
building.
I see.
It's not a great
you.
position because there is only one exit.
Yeah.
They've only got the door with ladders to get down. Yeah, I suppose they can jump out the window, like Anderson just did, but that's just leaving them to be picked off.
Squad 4, the hat marker is accurate.
And they have just called out the hab marker. But I can't
Exacted
see.
Twix goes down in
Fob's
the
down,
was that an empty lodgy or was that a transport truck? It might have been an empty lodgy. It's taken out by US.
Yeah, they have called the hab now on Papanov.
Yep. SVG bringing in BTR to support up on Hilltop.
Let's go take a look.
They did take the odd shot, I think, from Save Energy up on the hills far southeast, but
This is
yeah,
this is the second BTR. They have already had one. Save Energy is miles away, so it is a damn. It is
they almost
good
take a
shooting.
rocket from ZXD. No, did that one hit, or was that?
I'm not sure if that one hit or it was
It
just
might
a
have done
miss.
slight damage, but it didn't
Yeah,
contact it hit the ground.
It must have been a miss because of the amount of damage done. Is minimal. But
If he moves a bit further south on that road, Save Energy gets a couple shots
Nice.
onto him from there. Yep, you
Enemy
might see
have
him.
and fob located just northwest of Hilltop. Mark
they've
map.
just called out the fob to the northwest of
Good.
Hilltop, and ZXD have got a fob down on Hilltop itself now,
Yeah.
which they've just built the hub, so that is now an active fob, which just makes taking this point even harder.
Even harder. Yep. Save Energy coming in with the striker shots now. The odd stray one hitting blast him, fires back. He's got the cover behind the logs. It's really just a question of, yeah, they know each other are there. He's taking a lot of shots now. Blasting him and Frankie in the BTR on
Yeah,
mid health.
Save Energy's at half health and burning in that striker.
He's probably going to return to base by
Yeah,
the looks of it.
he is returning now.
Yeah, you'll be
One
careful
thing
with those assets.
Yeah, the striker though, it does take a beating. One-on-one, if the striker fires the first few rounds, it will win in a fight with a
Yeah.
BTR 30mm. So it takes around 15 shots from a 30mm to destroy.
Enemy coming.
What they've done with this hab here as well, the
Lee, I've
position
got
of it,
one
they've
incoming on
got
southern entrance,
cover
just
from the western
looking
wall.
We've got north and south.
They've got the low wall cover from the south, and the building covers the north. It's not in the open. They've got a lot of options to leave via.
Yeah, they can leave through each one of the doors on the hub, so...
It looks like at this rate, all of the Russians are going to start making a push on Hilltop. They're not respawning up at Papanov anymore. They're saying to sort of go for Hilltop.
Yeah, if they do manage to hold Hilltop long enough for them to take Papanov, which the annoying thing is, some of the flags on this map you can't see unless you go underground.
Yeah.
And it does help if I turn on cap zone. But yeah, the US
We're
forces
capping
are
Papanov
now
now.
capping. And as I checked, they called it out
Nice.
that they're
Hilltop's
capping.
still strong.
So Papanov is being capped right now. So it's only a matter of time before the entire fight is for Hilltop.
Yeah, you could see the whole game centered around here potentially.
We're
If any second now, chances are you could end up seeing four squads v 4 squads. Sort of Russians need this to progress, and the US probably want to keep the momentum up, knowing that the full team's probably going to be here.
And also, if they do manage to hold it, there is even more
FOB from
ticket
the
bleed.
south.
Yeah, it might be sort of. It's interesting to see whether the Russians are going to sort of decide to leave at least one squad and ammo depot, whether they sort of admit that they can't fully cap Hilltop and it's worth beginning to defend as opposed to just pounding the attack on.
The risk of not doing that though as well is if they don't, all it takes is a 3-man team to go behind them and neutralise.
Yeah, exactly. They could get pushed all the way back to OP Fortress.
OP Fortress though, if it did get that far back, is a nightmare to take.
Yeah. Interesting flank
We're
from
taking the
Exacted
F-bomb.
with the 30mm BTR going right round the southern
We should
side
be
of the
getting
map.
your guys here shortly.
We
Good
got
job
the
up there on Hilltop.
DU Indo. Oh, we got a full Exacted squad. All of Exacted in 30mm, it looks like. They're
That
going for a really long flank.
that could end either really well or really, really bad.
Yeah, it depends. Unless, if they can get a Papanov in time, which I doubt. But
Well, from the original,
Let me know
what
if you guys
I've heard
when
from
you guys
the
get close to
initial
Captain Hilltop, and
squad
we'll make our
lead
way
call,
to ammo with the striker.
they were worried about this happening. So Save Energy
I try a
is
big
supposed to
flank
be
to the
watching
enemy
the
From
Capping,
Papanov now.
capping Hilltop.
watching the
oh, it looks
flank.
like they're probably going to come across soon. Looking at the map, yeah, I think you're right. Looking at if they both come across that bridge, there's a good chance one might see the other. Are they going to go straight past? Did Save Energy
Yes.
see them?
No, but that striker is slightly faster than the BTR. Not much, but it is. If he can
Yeah.
get to there in time and turn, he may see them down the road.
Hey, squad 1, squad 3, are you guys capping?
Yeah, we're starting to see the
And-
ticket bleed in action here as well,
Yeah.
with like a roughly an 100 ticket difference between the two. US with 394 to the Russian 285.
And also, Hilltop is being capped by the US forces.
Oh, Save Energy goes the other way. He's going to flank Ammo Depot. They've sort of both went to flank and passed each other and gone.
So yeah, that could end really well then. But Wheel of Squad, they are running straight towards the fob. So they could be about to take the fob that was supplying. And Lorinator and Silverman with their
Okay, 90%
Striker.
Cap, 90% cap.
has just
Exacted
pulled
big
away.
things with dismount.
Yeah, they seem to be sweeping for the fob.
Still got
Yeah,
four
they know it's
north,
around here.
someone
It's
can put pressure
just
on.
up on the hill, about 50
Yeah.
meters from them. Yogi's going to see the 30 mil. Wheel of Squad. Yep, 30 mil sees Yogi.
Squad 2, you moving with the striker away?
Yeah, you want to ride?
They got a hab there. Is the 30 mil seen the
copy,
hab?
guys.
It could destroy it in theory if it knows it's there.
It takes a lot.
Yeah,
I
hop in.
tried it on a live
You
game
and
and
however
emptied
many
half
guys we
of the
get
mag.
with it.
Wheel of
Amy,
Squad,
Zulu,
Navala,
Amy,
Ghost
Squad two.
Rider,
BQ, I
Bex
don't know.
all go down to the 30 mil. Is that a
Okay,
Logi or an empty transport?
That was the Logi.
Oh, it sees the striker.
I'm gonna
Who's going to
leave.
win?
We got a full squad.
The
on
striker
side.
fired
We're
first, so
behind
the
them.
striker-
He goes out.
Oh.
No, striker goes down, but Hatham's probably going to pop if he's not careful. He really needs to start getting out of there. Yep, one rocket hits from behind from... Who was that? Dandalf? Wheel of Squad? He's probably going to pop in that. I don't think he's going to see this sort of...
No, it's very
Main.
low.
That's going to cost the Russians a lot.
Ah,
Yep,
there we
that's
go.
going to cost them a lot of tickets.
Yeah, down to 243 for the Russians, 346 for the United States. Kills to
Okay,
death
enemies north,
is...
east, south,
There's not much in it,
Everyone-
really. 96
We
kills
just lost our
to
striker, guys, but we traded
144
with a 30 mil, so
to 142
on the way
to
on foot.
101 for US. So there's not too many kills in it. But it
Guys,
does
get
show
me back
this
up, we're
game
losing.
is not all about kills.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out as well that Wheel of Squad and Cog, a vast proportion of both squads, are sort of still left out of the open with no transport anymore. That could be like the sort of the numbers needed to
Yeah.
guarantee a cap on Hilltop and
Yeah.
Ammo Hill, but
Lee's just called that they need help at Hilltop. Right.
Exacted comes in for the flank. Greg and Fantasio goes down.
Squad 4, if you want to ride, my striker's going to meet us at North Village.
So they're going to be picking up
Yeah,
people
of course.
at North
Okay,
Village.
lots of
The
enemy on
striker,
north, lots of enemy on north.
the striker is moving up that road. Exacted went up. It's going to be picking people up from North Village. Save Energy on the west of Hilltop. He actually seems to be engaging people at Ammo Hill.
We're going to go up to that fob to the north of you guys.
Yeah, they're definitely playing the mechanized infantry well. You sort of
copy.
need that striker to get a lot more men back in the fight.
Get a grenade in that swimming
It's
pool.
Exacted probably knows they're there, but what they want to consider
Squad
doing
4, you guys can
ideally
hop in
is
if
just
they
to
want.
stop looking for the fob and respawn closer to the fight. Otherwise, they could be caught miles out of the map, and it's sort of they can't really afford at this point to get steamrolled all the way back.
Yeah, especially as the fob at Hilltop is known. And it does look
There's
like
loads of enemies
Jasper and Ryzen are moving towards it
Just
right now.
swimming pool.
Alright. Calls from
Hilt-
the RU this in, they're starting to cap Hilltop.
Yeah, they are. I've just seen it is flashing. But the fob is still active here as well. They're calling out that Lee just called out that there are a lot in the swimming pool,
Okay,
which
that logic down south
is
might
the
be dangerous.
entire of
Enemy close, enemy
OMBD.
close.
Okay, copy.
Oh, that was a lovely frag rocket there into
Yeah, we're gonna lose,
ZXD.
we're gonna lose Hilltop. All over.
what you want to be seeing here is a sort of a play from ECD, I think. They've got the northern building secure and they know it. Ideally, if they took a couple of guys down through the basement, flanked behind, they get them a much easier.
Yeah.
They might actually be doing that. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they are.
found the fob.
Time going up and up on.
Gandra and Poncho, they've found the fob.
Yeah.
I imagine they're telling the squad leads now.
It does look like Ganja's actually.
Clousey comes down to help.
Yeah, Ganja is digging that fob.
Can we
They've got 4 guys in here. This fob might be theirs.
They are digging the fob.
Interestingly, none of the squad
Okay,
leads
they're
have
digging the
reported
fob,
it
they're
yet
digging the
on the US side.
It has just been called that they found the
Shooting up
fob.
the radio now, guys. Fob should
Right,
be gone
yeah.
shortly.
You'd expect that at this point. There's probably going to be, you see like a mad rush back to defend that
But-
fob.
Get on that hub.
Look to the north.
They're digging it.
The COG have just taken out the Russian
Fob's
forces
down,
fob.
guys, Fob's down.
So we've seen a
Okay, let's
trade
go
here
get
between the
those,
two.
logistics
Yes.
rolling again.
Both teams going to be down to rally points.
Which, looking around,
There's one to the south for RU, but other than that,
yeah, Specco, we have one to the west.
We're gonna take the
We're
logic
spawning
from
back
Maine.
at Maine.
No, we got it. The logic. Got it.
FOB in the south from
COG are moving back up with Wheel of Squad. SVG on defence. But it does look like Toneslin and
Okay, we're back at Maine.
I can't make out his
Ready
name
for pickup.
because of the zoom. Dandolf. Oh, in fact, Wheel of Squad look like they've just placed a fob. Yep, the Wheel of Squad
Okay.
have just placed a fob and are activating it to the south of Ammo Hill. All the way down in
Yeah,
Charlie
that's-
412.
that's a far south fob, but obviously you can put the hab further north, and it's often sometimes better, I guess, to put it further out because there's a lot greater chance of it staying hidden.
Yeah,
And
if
you
you
can use
put
rallies, obviously.
and if you put the hab further out, you've got to think. Build range is about 150 meters, so it could be the fob could be anywhere in a 150 meter radius from that hab. That's a
Squad 3,
lot
on
of
your way back
ground.
From
Yeah.
from Maine,
Interestingly,
can you up my logic up?
Russians calling out
Give it a
that
nudge.
the US have retaken.
Yeah. no
It
problem.
seems like it's just a constant tug
just
of
see
war
what you
where
can do.
neither side sort of gets any major
it possible
gain there. But saying
Right.
that, we got a lot of guys wiped from the Russian side. US COG, Specco, Wheel of Squad,
Squad one, you guys
a
get
mixed
it back
bag sort
or
of coming in from the north.
It,
There's not many left in the
it-
Russians.
it just looks like a mass of dead people on this
Yeah.
flag right now. We're already down to 174 tickets for, so there's 100 and
Western building.
there is
Squad
a
one,
what
Western building.
100 ticket
99 ticket
lead,
lead
yeah.
for
With
for US.
33
How we
minutes
doing
of
on Hilltop?
gameplay so far.
We
We're
got
getting
it.
back.
Yeah,
Back
it's
to
going to be
neutral,
one of the
but
quicker
they
matches, I
are
think. But
fortified in the western building,
it's sort of
so
to
that's-
be expected when you got
That's
big
why
maps like
they-
this where there's a lot of flags to make a lot of bleed, and then you got a lot of vehicles as well.
We are steadily getting back now. It's going
Yeah,
quite fast.
Okay, Roger.
it's what 2 strikers have gone down this game, but 30 mil and a standard BTR. Did the second BTR go down as well? Looks like it. I can't
The
see
second
one on the
PC
map.
Yeah, the second one popped. There was one like blew up. You said before I got here when my PC crashed. But other than that, they've lost 2 BTRs, 2 strikers at least.
And a 30 mil.
Yeah. Interestingly, SVG all on the north side. They're going to see contacts here. It's where the blast name can spot them. They're all on the northern side of Ammo Hill. Wheel of Squad coming in from the south. Is blast name going to see them or not? He's the only one that seems to be watching south.
Yeah, it is interesting because you seem to get on maps like this. You seem to get tunnel vision and watch the angle you expect them to come from.
Yep. Contacts
Insta-
begin.
Space Walrus did just spot Bex, so SVG are now going to be paying attention to the south.
Good frag from front toward enemy on blast name. Yeah, we see a lot of grenades going off. They think they're closer than they are. There was only really Bex that managed to push across the road.
Really stuck it in the
British
middle.
Monk gets the rocket off.
45 degree
Okay.
angle.
Yeah,
Blast
okay,
on my
we
AK
got
from
nothing else
SVG
on?
We need
goes
to get
down.
this. Yes.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
And
We probably
They-
need to get us another fob somewhere, guys.
They are still capping Hilltop. It has just been called out. Once We Love Squad
Yeah,
push in right now, if they get their entire squad
somewhere
that's here in,
between Hilltop and North Village.
that confused me there for a second,
Or you
Erasmus,
wanna come
because
Hilltop as well?
I looked down
Okay.
and saw the red arrow at the side of Red Cross
doesn't
and
matter,
how can he not see that person and then
Maybe-
noticed it was you?
Yeah, ZXD Red Cross with the grenade launcher sort
you
of
guys doing?
putting it to
Basically-
work in the
basically split
bunkers.
up Hilltop.
That's unusual because Red Cross normally
Yeah,
plays,
but
if
he's
you
on
can't
ammo.
tell by his name, a medic.
Yeah.
Don't capping.
Yeah, we just got hit near Hill. Just got hit near Hill.
He's marked with
SVG.
red smoke as well. Right on the position. Good use of the grenadier smoke there.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not
guys,
much
you
use
can,
for anything
build
else.
a new fob and Hilltop. My
OMBD are
lodge is
coming in
coming.
now, though, to support.
Squad 4, I just
Yeah,
They're
they're calling
gonna-
now. They're saying, "Watch out with that logi. They got contacts." They're bringing. Yeah, they're listening. They're
Okay,
bringing it back
copy.
around.
They were going, if they'd have carried on coming, they were going to run right into Navala.
Yeah, that would have been a definite low rocket, I think, from Navala. OMBD looks like they're dismounting now. Interestingly, they've just abandoned the logi with full supplies.
Well, Navala's a grenadier, but he'd have
Okay,
been
Squad
able
2,
to
if
hit
you
them at
hold the
least.
west,
Yeah.
we'll focus on
But-
north and south.
Saying that, there's only
but-
Yogi just up the road. Which,
Yeah, Yogi was at the other side of
Yeah,
the
we took out
road with the
fire,
law.
but they took us out as well.
And obviously, the Russian GL does do a small amount of damage to vehicles.
Yeah, it's
More
worth noting
to
now as well.
unarmoured.
Hilltop completely dominated by the US. No Russians on there anymore. That's a
You can
definitely
build a
US
fob
hold.
now in Hilltop.
ZXD
My
pushed
lodge is
out to
waiting.
the north and
Yeah,
called
away.
out the contact with TCD, which are working on a rally point, which Cruiser's
Yeah,
getting
Squad
very
1, you want me
close
to
to
build the
them.
fob, or you want to put the fob down?
The Cruiser may be about, if
I
he
am,
manages to stay
working
alive, he'll
on,
be
moving
taking
south.
out.
Got
Nope,
lots of
he
enemy
goes
on the
down.
northern road.
I was just going to say, if he stays alive, he'll be able and pushes forward, 20 meters? He'd have been able to take that rally out,
Yeah.
but then he goes down. But they are taking
We're working on getting mortars for you guys.
50 mil fire from Hilltop, by the look of things. Where's that 50 cal?
Exacted still very far behind the fight.
Oh no,
They're-
it's not actually a 50 cal.
Oh,
It's
we got-
the fire they're receiving on that rally point was just
Small arms.
standard AR.
That's my last one I'm using on you.
Coggin, the striker, takes out Exacted's
We okay,
logistics
Hilltop?
truck.
Yeah, one more. Oh, you're lucky.
Ransomware goes down. Bubblecat's bleeding heavily. Most of Exacted are still really far out of the fight here. If they want to turn this around, they're
Or
going to
you
need
guys
to
want mortars?
find some way back in over by Ammo Hill, I
You can
think.
fire on ammo depot.
And Cogger calling out for
With your
mortar
mortars.
support on
Yeah, we're
Ammo
on
Depot.
Hilltop.
So,
They were
Ammo
picking
Depot
up.
is going to come under mortar fire. And obviously, if it's Wheel of Squad using the mortars, they did make that very amazing mortar calculator.
Yeah.
That thing is absolutely amazing.
Very widely used by the community.
Yeah. I have it on my phone, so... And I tested it on the firing range, and it's within, 10 meters or so of where it expects you to be
Yeah.
hitting. So it is
think it's-
really accurate.
Safe to say there's a good chance SVG might spot the US hab. It's not far from Engage's position.
But there is Jogi pushing up towards Engage. Obviously, things look a lot easier for us to see as well from up here because we get the outlines
Squad
and
4, Squad 3,
everything.
you guys want mortars anywhere?
Yeah, it's a lot harder to see on the ground,
Making
especially at
mortars
eye
right on
level.
top of Hilltop. Oh,
Yeah,
not
I will
Hilltop.
mark you.
Sorry,
Copy.
wrong. Ammo even. Mine.
But you got to remember as well, the US, I would say, a slight disadvantage in the sort of the model for the hab on maps like
Fire
these.
six,
The
fire
the brown colours, the light brown, that does stand out a lot
Mortars
more
will be
than
coming
the
in
Yeah.
Russian greens do.
shortly.
it's a lot easier to spot from a distance compared.
OMBD Torsman in that BTR standard BTR just took out Yogi as he pushed up towards Exacted. But as you said earlier, just looking at Hilltop, it is just completely dominated right now by Specoe and Cog. ZXD are pushing Hilltop from the other side, so they're going to be hitting them in a pincer movement right now. North and south sides of the flag. Strangely enough, they never took out that rally point from TCD to the north. So we've got TJ, Ominous and Josh and Matt watching the north from Specoe, and Cog seem to be watching the south right now. Oh, mortars are starting to hit on Hilltop. Ammo Hill, sorry. Direct hit on Blast Name.
Okay, mortars.
Yeah, we're really starting to see the ticket
more
lead
and we go.
now. You got what? How many?
Are they accurate?
At least
Let's keep
sort of
dropping
more than a 200 ticket lead.
Yeah, we got the front
No,
is close.
sorry, is that no, not more than
Hold
200.
off
It's
on the
it's
mortars,
definitely
friendlies are
those.
close, hold off.
Wrong channel.
75 tickets on the Russian, the 208 to the US. There's, it's going to be hard for the Russians to pull this one back now, I think.
Yeah, I'd say it was going to be fairly hard to pull it back,
Yeah, hold
but
fire on mortars.
it is, well, it's not over until
Yep, we're holding.
that
two
final
more on the
ticket
way.
goes.
Two more on the way on
Yeah.
ammo.
But yeah, there's 140 tickets difference right now.
Yeah.
So they ask for them to hold mortars, and in come the mortars still. Nearly taking out friendlies on the flag. They are capping. Ammo Hill is going down.
Capping Hilltop, ammo.
OMBD comes into support from the east, crossing the road. They got a rally up there.
SVG have got a rally up, but they've been called out by Lee.
Yeah, Lee goes down to Terry. Terry goes down to
Bridgman goes down.
Goes down to Farius. Lee's probably going to get picked up. ZXD.
Yeah, both medics are on him right now. Lee's got two medics healing him right now. And there goes the SVG rally point.
Enemy
Well,
running.
when we're moving to help,
Come to cover,
we're
please.
moving to help them attack, so I want,
Yeah,
Exacted
Exacted being asked to pull off the Papanov now because they need them on Ammo Hill. They say they come in, but Exacted looks to be scattered
Copy
all
that.
over the place. We got a couple of guys in a BTR.
We are starting to get mobile.
We got.
By driving.
It looks like they're having to run all the way from
After
Papanov.
you cap ammo,
It's
we'll
probably
leave
going to be
you
too
guys
late.
to OP Fortress.
Yeah, because Ammo Hill
Yep, sounds
is
good.
already
Logic
been
on the,
neutralised.
western side.
Lee's
side.
just called out the Logio MBD left earlier. Lee's just had somebody in his squad spot that and called that out over squad lead comms that there's a full Logi. So they
Yeah,
know they moved it up but didn't manage to unload it for a fob.
TCD making a push now on the northern side of Hilltop. Puddle Stomper from Specoe with Gen Delta from War pushing down to meet them. Puddle Stomper goes down to
Squad
Dr.
2,
Unter
just
Hig.
for your information,
Enemy coming in
there's
north.
a
Enemy
And
coming
you
in
is
north.
incoming
going to
from
see Delta. Yep,
east
they've seen
of
each other.
Hilltop.
Delta
And
goes
might
down.
build.
Yeah,
North on that.
Delta
Call you back.
is filling for Specoe tonight as well.
Result and TJ on the north side with Matt Stash. Klausy gets the successful rocket on GRD.
Squad 2.
Okay, we got enemy on Hilltop. We got
Please
enemy
fall
on
back.
Matt's taking shots and goes
Not
down.
Hilltop.
And
Ammo,
Nades
ammo,
Result.
coming in.
ammo.
Hit Result, yeah. Good
So-
use of Grenadier,
so
Grenadier class there.
So there's only TJ and Red Shark left
Squad 2
alive on the flag.
To ask you to
Yeah,
pull back.
theoretically, TCD stand with a chance of capping here, or at least neutralising. They just need to
Must
make
be
a
two
play.
spots.
You're going to see, you see the rotation to the north from Red Shark and Josh T. Puddle Stomper respawning
Squad
in.
2, you go back to Hilltop? Or I do it?
TJ picks up Josh and goes down because
guys need
to
help on that
Classic. There is
Yes, we do. Yes.
Ominous Josh
Okay.
They're close to
Delta and Red Shark left alive. But they have
Guys
got.
have cut back on
I
ammo.
didn't actually realise they'd put a fob down again. With a hub.
Yeah, we're working
Where's
on it,
that
guys.
hub?
We're gonna try to move that for you.
It looked like they were respawning underground. I think it's in one of the.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, it's here. It's
Yeah.
on Puddle's not Puddle's number.
Matt Stash.
Stash, yeah.
Yeah,
Sort
so
of well
it's.
placed. He gets them out either side, and it sort of blocks the corridor.
Is that enemy smoke, by the way?
Josh just asking if that was enemy smoke in local.
Okay, we're capping ammo back.
Oh,
that's
and
friendly.
ammo is back in
Okay, this
neutral
that
towards
has
neutral.
to work because we're gonna overrun.
So right now, this has to work, but as the ticket stands right now, 23
We are still
tickets
holding the
left. The
building, but we
second
lost
that it
control of the wall.
caps, the game's
okay.
over. So
Fine,
I
guys,
will
we'll
go
respawn
ahead
in
and
Hilltop.
agree with you and call that this game is now pretty much over.
Yeah,
Just over 45 minutes of play, and they've got 21 tickets for Russia, 181 for United States. Jasper's just called out in team chat that Ammo Hill is halfway neutral.
Hog coming in with the striker on the north side of Hilltop. They're going to miss.
They're about to
Exacted
actually
finally
get,
getting into the fight
that
on
ammo, guys, so
Hilltop.
just keep 'em down.
Probably 45 minutes too late, I'd say. They spent a lot of time outside of the map. I think you need to sort of have the responsiveness to know that if a push has failed, it's sort of often it's better just to stand back and say, look, we need to respawn somewhere else, back at main if necessary. You don't want to keep it up and get blindsided.
Yeah, and you look at the kills right now. There's 236 to 183 for, on US, 176 to 240 on Russia.
Yeah, Exacted, Hatham, and Dio takes out a US striker on the northwestern side of Hilltop.
But Ammo
It's not
Hill
gonna get them back,
is
though.
no, Ammo Hill's neutral now, so it's only a matter of time before that caps. Once that does,
Yeah.
then final 10 tickets have gone.
ZXD, Deweja looking to finish off that logistics truck. That might even bring it up, tip the balance.
Yeah, 9 tickets
Farius
left.
chips in. Was that Farius? Deweja gets the final rocket, I think.
Yeah, 3 tickets remaining.
Wasn't Farius, it was Fog Horizon.
Let's have a quick look at Hilltop. Yeah, there's at least 3 people down from the Russia forces as well. So this game is done. It is done.
And yeah, you're looking at an approximate 150 ticket win from the US here. Lucifer goes down. Not much they can really do at this
1
point.
ticket remaining. They can't even. No, and there we go.
Nice work, guys. Fantastic.
Nice
Get
work, guys.
wrecked.
Awesome job.